Good morning, my loves. Happy Tuesday. It is a beautiful morning here at the lake. It's about 4:30 in the morning, so the sun isn't up yet. It's just me and the cat hanging out as always. This is such an important topic. I'm asking you, please listen to this, watch it, and share it with your network, okay? It's that important to me, and I think it's going to hit home for a lot of people. A lot of people aren't going to like it, but it's the truth, and I think we all know it. We are talking about cheaters. Yeah. All of us, I can't say all of us, I would say 90%, an easy 90% of anybody that watches this has been cheated on. Some may have been the cheater, don't know. But it's that common to be cheated on. There's different ways of cheating. Flirting. I don't mean just giving somebody a wink or a grin. That's not what I'm talking about. DMing somebody, sending private messages that are inappropriate, that that's cheating. It is. I know a lot of people do this and they don't think anything of it. I know eons ago, my ex-husband was very flirtatious and he was a prime cheater. And he told me, it's just a game. Everybody knows it's a game. Nobody takes it serious. Until a young girl showed up at our doorstep. A girl that he had met online and was flirting with and had promised her the sun, the moon. Oh, it's just a game. Nobody takes it serious. This little girl took it serious. This little girl showed up on my doorstep. She didn't know he was married, and it devastated her. I wasn't thrilled. I was so kind to her. I was so nice and supportive. It wasn't her fault. He lied to her. He didn't know what to say, think, or do. Couldn't talk himself out of that one. But it's not a game. It's not something silly. It's not funny when you're playing with people's emotions, when you're playing with their heart. So before you start sending someone a text or a message that you love them, you're hot, you're cute, let's do this, let's do that, I want you to stop and think about what you already have. And is what you have worth losing when your partner finds out? Because they will. In time, they will. It always comes out. Trust me. When that little girl showed up on my doorstep, I found out. When all the others came to the surface, I found out. But to him, it was a game. It wasn't any big deal. It was a big deal. It shattered the trust in our relationship. I cannot trust somebody if you're cheating on me. If you're in a relationship with someone, if you're married, you're living with them, you're in a committed relationship, even if you are chatting with someone, talking to somebody, and it's just the two of you, and it's kind of semi-committed, and you want it to work, don't screw it up. Don't set yourself up for failure. Don't start flirting. Don't think the grass is always greener somewhere else, because, honey, the grass is always greener may be astroturf. It may be plastic. It may be fake. And you may throw away everything you have for nothing. And with me, you do that to me one time, you're not getting a second chance. You trade me in once, there's no going back. I get DMs from guys every day. How pretty I am. They want to get to know me better. And oh my God, the stupidest line on the planet. Let's get to know ourselves better. Honey, I know myself well enough to know you're full of shit. Yeah. So don't fall for the crap. Everybody likes compliments. I love to be complimented. Absolutely. But I know a line when I see it. And people that say, oh, I love you. You're wonderful. If it's a compliment about my work, that I appreciate that so much. If it's a compliment about something I post, thank you so much. If you're coming on to me, go away. If you are married, go away. Say it to your wife. So there are different types of cheating. There is the physical cheating. Well, there's the chat, like we've been talking about. And then there are the affairs, the physical affairs, where they hook up, they're going for coffee, they're starting to date, they're sneaking around for dinner, for quickies or whatever they call it nowadays. But it's an affair. Bottom line, they're having an affair. And to one of the two parties, it may not mean anything. To the other, it may mean the world. You are playing with fire, because once the other party has an emotional connection to you, once they decide, well, they're mine, I'm in this, you belong to me, they don't care that you have a spouse. They don't care that you have kids, that you have a life. They don't see it that you're just playing a game, you're out to scratch an itch, that they're temporary, they're a transient, they're in, they're out, they're a piece of ass. Yeah, they don't see it that way, and they may intentionally blow up your life. They may go to your spouse, they may go to your kids, they may post something on social media. Who knows what they're going to do? Is it worth risking all of that? Are you going to be able to talk your way out of that? Is the judge in the divorce court going to care? Seriously. And I want you to think about two things. One, what if your spouse was doing it to you? How would you react if you found out they were cheating on you, having an affair? Don't say you wouldn't care, honey. You would care. And how will you feel when your kids come to you when they're old enough to understand and say, Mom, Dad, why did you blow up our family? Because they will come to you and they will ask that. They will. And I know in some families it's a learned behavior because their parents cheated and they watched it growing up. Maybe it's the norm for them. Maybe it's what they do. It doesn't make it right. Bringing a disease home to your spouse is not cool. And I know a lot of families. I've had several clients in the past that have come to me after, a lady will go for her annual exam and come home and, oh my God, I have a sexual disease. I haven't cheated. Well, then I think everybody knows where you got it. And they confront their husband and they confess it was, it meant nothing. She meant nothing. Yeah, well, now we have a problem. And in several of those cases, it ended up in divorce. And the affair had been over for, several months. The guy thought he got away with it. He didn't, because it came out. Think about it. Another type of cheating is emotional cheating. If you don't feel heard and validated by your partner, if you're just kind of blown off all the time, you've lost that emotional connection you once had. Maybe you never had that emotional connection, and now you found it with someone else. There's someone that you can just open your heart up to and talk, and they listen to you. They validate you. They hear you. They're not flirting with you. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. Maybe it's a two-way street, maybe it isn't. But you have that connection, that emotional, deep heart connection with someone. That's big. That is almost bigger than a sexual encounter, because that's an emotional and mental encounter where you feel safe with someone else. If you find yourself in this situation, please go. The cat's playing in the blinds. If you find yourself in this situation, I want you to go to your partner. And I'm not saying spill your guts, but I want you to try to reestablish that connection. Tell them, I feel that we've grown apart. We need to connect. I want to be able to talk to you, to share things with you, to share my hopes, my dreams, my worries, my fears. And if they say, I'm not feeling it anymore, then you need to move on. You really do. Because you deserve to feel validated by your partner. And if you're not getting that, well, maybe you need to move on. But don't cheat. Don't cheat. Now, as a therapist, and I know attorneys, doctors, therapists, clergy, I'm thinking a little bit, healthcare workers, we all go through this. It's called transference. So if you have a client that you've seen for quite some time, they can be emotionally attached to you. And they may tell you, I think I'm falling for you. No, sweetheart, it's transference because you feel safe with me. That's all it is. You feel safe. Because, we listen to them, we keep their confidence. They know that what they say to us is going to stay with us. And feeling safe with someone is huge, but it's just transference. And you have to share that with them, that that's what it is. And it's very common, it's very normal. And they need to reestablish this with their loved one. And you could help them do that. But don't let it go to your head that everybody's in love with you. Honey, it's just transference. And I see it all the time. I have it happening with clients. And you just call them on it and say, no, baby, you don't. You don't. You are a wonderful soul. I think the world of you, but this is called transference because you feel safe with me. That's it. That's all it is. But outside of that, be emotionally safe. Excuse me. Oh. Sorry. I want you to be emotionally safe with your partner, with your loved ones, not with your therapist, not with your doctor, your attorney. And there are those shady people that will take advantage of that. And when they know somebody is feeling vulnerable with them and feeling safe, they will take advantage of them and have an affair. And that's totally unethical. And in my practice, I mean, even if a client is offering me, I have several clients that are recording artists, and they will offer me. I know a couple of them offered me to send me to a concert for my birthday and send me tickets, and I had to decline. Nope, sorry, it's unethical. I can't do it because they wanted more. They were going to meet me there and have a wonderful weekend. Honey, I can't do that. No. It's a lovely thought. Thank you. But no, and then we had a discussion. It's an ethics issue with me. But I don't want you cheating. If you're unhappy in your relationship, admit it. Go to your partner and say, I'm unhappy. Find out why you're unhappy. Are you not feeling validated? Are you not feeling heard? As I've said so many times, in any relationship, one of three things will happen. You grow together, you grow stagnant, you grow apart. Guaranteed. Whether it's siblings, best friends, romantic partners, doesn't matter. That's what's going to happen. You have to work at relationships. Both of you have to want the relationship to work. You have to hang in there and work at it continually. Find things to do together. It's so important in any relationship to have your autonomy, to have your life, to do things with your friends, to go fishing, go bowling, go to the movies, go have your hair done, go for a spa weekend, the guys go skiing, whatever. Don't cheat. Have a nice time with your friends. But it's important. Sorry. That's what I get for getting up at 4:30. But it's important to have your life. And then you come back home and you share the adventure. Oh my gosh, we did this and we did that, and you laugh about it and you share that. But yet you have your own life. That's so important. You don't have to be glued at the hip. Don't be suspicious. Don't be jealous. Have your autonomy. Have your hobbies, what you enjoy doing, let them have theirs. And then come back together at the end of the day and share the experiences. And of course, have date night. Do things together. If you can afford it, once a month, have a weekending of somewhere special. And that's wonderful if you can do it. But just think before you cheat. Is it worth it? What are you telling your kids? Because they will find out. Would you want somebody cheating on your daughter? Do you want your son to grow up to be a cheater? Maybe you grew up with parents that cheated, and for you, you saw what it did to your family. Do you want that for your family? If you are the side piece, sorry, Think about what you're doing. Think about it. In all likelihood, they're going to stay with who they're with, their partner and their family. You are just that side piece. And I know there are people, male and female, that actually enjoy being the side piece because they have no responsibility. They don't care. On some level, they care. Because on holidays, they're alone. If something big happens, they can't necessarily pick up the phone and run call this person and say, oh my gosh, I just got a raise, I got a bonus, because they're with their family. And don't try and blow up someone's life. Because if he cheated, she cheated on them, sweetheart, they will cheat on you. I promise you, they will cheat on you. If they did it once, they're going to do it again. And again and again. It's pattern and practice. And you're worth more. You are worthy. We are all worthy of love and respect, of being heard and valued and validated and made to feel safe and loved and cared for, that you matter. But you have to matter to yourself. You have to be honest with yourself about what you want in a relationship. Are you finding that in your relationship? If you're not, be honest with your partner and move on. But don't cheat. You deserve more than that. They deserve more than that. You deserve authenticity and honesty with yourself and with your partner. I'm going to get off my soapbox. If I'm not in a relationship right now, I'm not dating anybody, but if I find out that in their past relationships that they cheated, honey, that's a huge red flag to me. And yeah, we're not moving forward. Because if they cheated before, they're going to cheat on me. That's not going to happen. If I'm starting to see somebody or talk to somebody and I find out, well, they're actually married, they're separated, they're talking to other people, they're living with someone, we're done. That's over. There are no second chances. Create and maintain strong boundaries. Have strong morals and values and ethics. Don't cheat. You deserve better. You deserve to be somebody's one and only. You do. I promise you. I do. I know I deserve to be somebody's one and only. And someday I will find that. And until I do, I am perfectly content being alone. I have my cat. I have Finn. He's rolling his eyes. But you don't have to be in a relationship to be complete, to feel whole. No. You are complete and whole without that. You deserve the best. I promise. You are so worthy.